Hi, my name is Lisa, and this is a yoga sequence to promote self-confidence and release self-doubt. So I love this sequence because I'm going to start adding in affirmations into my sequence. Affirmations are something that I work with a lot. I have it on all my meditations on Insight Timer, which you can check out the link below. And pretty much for me, affirmations just are kind of positive self-talk instead of negative self-talk where I might say to myself, no, this is impossible, no, I can't do this. I can begin to use the affirmations to actually talk myself up so that I let go of self-doubt and defeatist mentality and actually start the journey to begin with instead of just giving up before I actually start. So let's go ahead and start by lying on down. And the sequence is meant to be done first thing in the morning, but if you're getting to it later, it will also work too. So just take a moment to breathe on in to the body and sigh out everything else. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead, place one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. And begin to say to yourself, I am enough. I am enough. As you breathe in and breathe out, I am enough. From here, begin to set an intention for yourself, maybe going off the theme of releasing insecurities, self-doubt, and building trust and confidence in yourself, knowing that you're exactly where you're meant to be, on and off the yoga mat. And when you are ready, go ahead, gently float the eyes open. Let's begin with a twist, drawing the right knee in towards the chest, giving it a nice hug, taking a moment to thank your body, thank yourself, and then send the right knee all the way over to the left side. Maybe opening, cactusing out the right arm, sending the elbow in alignment with the shoulder. Taking a nice big deep inhale and exhale. Then go ahead, slowly hug the right knee back in towards the chest and release it on down. We're gonna go ahead, hug the left knee in towards the chest and then bring the left knee over to the right side. Maybe gaze over that left shoulder and just twist and breathe. Taking a moment to just tell yourself, thank you. That's the affirmation. Thank you. When you are ready, draw the left knee in towards the chest and then release it on down. Roll on to your side, press on up to seated position, and then let's come on to the hands and knees for our cat-cows. Go ahead, see if you can allow the middle fingers to connect with one another and then place the fingertips forward. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, curl the toes under. Take a nice big deep inhale, send the belly on down. Roll the gaze forward and up. Exhale, tops of feet come to the floor, roll through the vertebrae, chin comes towards the chest. Last round, curling the toes under, sending the belly on down, rolling the gaze forward and up. Exhale, tops of feet come to the floor, roll through the vertebrae, chin comes towards the chest. One more time, inhaling, sending the belly on down. And then exhale, tops of feet come to the floor, round through the upper back, chin comes towards the chest. Go ahead, come to sit onto the heels, bowing on down, taking a moment to sway from side to side, pulse in the shoulders. 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 P And just allow yourself to be here in child's pose. This affirmation is, I am exactly where I am meant to be. I am exactly where I am meant to be. When you're absolutely ready, ground down through the fingertips, curl the toes under, press into the hands and feet, and come into your first downward facing dog. Round the shoulders towards the ribs, reach the heels to the back of the mat. Go ahead, inhale the right heel all the way up towards the ceiling, bend the right knee, and then step the right foot in between the hands. Release the left knee on down, sweep the fingertips forward, up, and back. Taking a nice big deep inhale. And exhale, really sink into this Anjayasana as you melt the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe the top of the left foot comes to the floor. From here, let's take another twist, sending the left hand forward as the right hand moves on back. Inhale, slowly bring the fingertips up back to center. And then exhale, the right hand comes forward as the left hand moves on back. Inhale to sweep the hands on up. And then exhale, bring the hands to the heart. And just repeat the affirmation. I am lovable. Opening up in that heart space, maybe sending your gaze up towards the ceiling. I am lovable. When you're absolutely ready, go ahead, place the hands to frame the heart, curl the left toes under, step back into your plank pose. Press the floor away, draw the navel on in. Stay strong, hold for 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Last big deep breath in. Exhale. When you're absolutely ready, repeat the affirmation to yourself. I am stronger than I realize. Beautiful. Go ahead, release the knees on down. Slowly lower the heart in between the hands. Inhale to rise into your cobra. And on an exhale, curl toes under. Press up and back, downward dog. All right, let's go ahead, inhale the left heel up towards the ceiling. Then bend the left knee, step the left foot in between the hands, release the right knee on down to the yoga mat. Maybe the top of the right foot comes to the floor as well. And sweep the fingertips forward and up, melting the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing in and sighing it out. Get a nice stretch in the right psoas, and when you're ready, send the right hand forward as the left hand moves on back. Inhale, sweeping the hands on up. And then left hand comes forward and the right hand comes on back. Inhale to sweep the hands up towards the ceiling, and then bring the hands towards the heart, repeating to yourself, again, I am lovable and you are worthy of love. That's another one. Breathing in. And exhale. Gazing up towards the ceiling, taking a gentle back bend. Last big deep breath in. And exhale, go ahead, sweep the hands on down. Curl the right toes under, step back. You are stronger than you realize. Press the floor away, draw the navel on in. Inhale and exhale. I am stronger than I realize. 3 more breaths. Stay here, stay strong. Press the floor away. Find that sit bone heel connection. Make sure the hips aren't too high or too low. Last big deep breath in. Exhale. Release the knees. Slowly lower the heart in between the hands. Inhale into your cobra. And then exhale, find downward facing dog. And just breathe. Repeat the affirmation. I'm exactly where I need to be. When you're absolutely ready, gaze between the hands, step the right foot forward. And again, if it kind of stops halfway, you can always help it on forward. Hug the inner thighs in towards each other. And then see if you just come up onto fingertips, gazing forward. On an exhale, go ahead, lean or send the energy on back, straightening the right leg. Sending the right hip back as the left hip moves forward. And just go ahead, slowly see if you can just be here in this stretch. Inhaling and exhale. Repeating the affirmation. I am perfect just as I am. And that literally means if you can't get your nose to go too far down, that's okay. I am perfect just as I am. Gaze forward, bend on into the right knee. Step the left foot to meet the right, in, forward fold. Sway from side to side. When you are absolutely ready, ground down through the heels of the feet, draw the navel on in, scoop the fingertips forward and up, melting the shoulders away from the ears. Big, deep inhale and gentle exhale. Sitting back through the heels, inhaling and exhale. Last big deep breath in, stay with me. Really bend the knees as much as you need to. Maybe you can see the toes underneath the knees. And when you're ready, come to standing. We're gonna take our balance posture. Go ahead, send that right foot to connect with the left heel. And just feel that connection. Maybe the toes are just resting on the ground. Maybe you can bring it up a little bit higher to the calf muscle, past the knee, never on the knee, and then to the inside of that left thigh, and just bring the hands to prayer. And if you fall, that's perfect, because the affirmation for this is there's no such thing as failure. There's no such thing as failure. And when you know there is no such thing as failure, the world is yours. You can achieve and do whatever you would like. Go ahead, reach the fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling. Maybe open the palms on up. There is no such thing as failure. Embracing all and anything as part of the journey. Last big deep breath in. Exhale, go ahead, release the foot on down. Sit back into your imaginary chair. Bring the fingertips on up. Melt the shoulders away from the ears. Taking a nice big deep breath in. And exhale. Last big deep breath here. Exhale, go ahead, swim the hands on down. Step the right foot on back, bend on into that left knee, come up onto the fingertips, gazing forward. And when you are absolutely ready, go ahead, walk the hands towards the hips, and then see if you can bow on down. I am perfect just as I am. Reminding yourself that your imperfections, whatever they may be, however you may feel they are, or whatever you feel they are, do not define you, as well as the perception of others. Keep sending the left hip back as the right hip moves forward. Last big deep breath in. Exhale, bend all the way on into the left knee, gazing forward once more, stepping back into your plank posture. Send the left knee on down, send the left hand to center, and then just go ahead and open on up in your gate posture. See if you can sweep the right fingertips forward, down, back, and up. When you are absolutely ready, go ahead, reach the fingertips all the way forward, and then sweep the right hand all the way on down. Let's take this into the opposite side. Send the right hand to center, bring the right knee behind it. Reach the left heel on back, pivot the left foot on the floor, open on up in gate pose, and then trace circles with your hands, just opening up in the shoulder. And I love doing this first thing in the morning, so if you are doing this first thing in the morning, it's nice just to open up the chest, the hips. It's a good full body move. Last big deep breath in. Sighing it out. When you are ready, reach the left fingertips all the way on forward. Sweep the left hand on down. Step back into plank pose. Take a nice big deep inhale. Exhale, press up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, slowly moving back to plank pose, shoulders over the wrists, hips over, or I should say, hips in alignment with the sit bones. And then exhale, press up and back, downward facing dog. Last time, inhaling forward, shifting your weight forward into plank pose. And exhale, press up and back, downward facing dog. And then go ahead, slowly come back to plank. And go through your last vinyasa. Knees come down, heart slowly comes in between the hands. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's finish up our last balance posture. So gaze between the hands, bend the knees as much as you need to, and go ahead, see if you can step or hop or float to the front of your yoga mat. Come into forward fold, sway from side to side, shake off any insecurities, fears, self-doubt, sway the head yes, sway the head no, blubber the lips, and just go ahead, slowly come to rise all the way on up. Let's take that tree pose into the opposite side. So go ahead, ground down through that right foot. Feel the left toes get nice and light. And then send the left foot to that right ankle. Maybe the toes are still resting, maybe they're not. Feel free to use a wall if you're near one. Maybe come up off the mat if that's a little bit easier. Then maybe bring the hand, or I should say, then maybe bringing the foot to the calf muscle and then to the inner thigh. And just bring the hands to prayer, focus on your drishti, and if you fall, there's no such thing as failure. Every time you fall in yoga, you physically, literally physically get stronger. It's how babies learn to walk. It's how we learn to walk, by falling. So just remember that when things come up, when you feel, damn, is this a failure? Remember, it is not. Go ahead, sweep the hands on up. Open on up towards the ceiling. Melt the shoulders away from the ears. Stay strong and steady. Inhale. And exhale. Last big deep breath in. And exhale. And go ahead, swim the hands on down. And release. Turn the toes to face the corners of your yoga mat to face me. And then we're going to come into our squat. Sitting on down, hands to prayer, and just hang out here. So grounding down through the heels of the feet. Bring the hands to prayer, melt the shoulders away from the ears, and just come in. Grounding down through the heels, staying strong. And just see if you can lengthen through the back. From here, repeat the affirmation, I am worthy of all my current and future blessings. I am worthy of all my current and future blessings, because you are. And let's go ahead and begin to send the hands on down. Come to sit. Bring the soles of the feet together. So you can come here, or my favorite, you can cross the right knee over the left knee. And that might be a little bit too much. If you have a blanket or towel, feel free to put the blanket so you feel that support in between the knees. Or you can just come back into soles of the feet together if that is more accessible. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way on up. Exhale, go ahead, fold on forward, getting a nice stretch in the glute muscle. Chin towards the chest. And just breathe. When you're absolutely ready, slowly walk the hands back towards the knees. And then go ahead, begin to uncross and unwind. Let's take that into the opposite side. So you can stay with the soles of the feet together, coming into your forward fold of Baddha Konasana. Or you can cross that left knee over the right. Maybe use your blanket or towel for in between the knees. And let's go ahead, inhale, sweep the hands all the way on up. And exhale to fold. Just surrendering. and letting go. Last big deep breath in and exhale. Slowly walk the hands on back, uncross, and come to sit onto the heels of the feet. If you have a block, you can go ahead and bring that block right underneath the sit bones and just come to sit nice and tall as we close out this sequence and this practice in a brief meditation, seated meditation, ready to begin your day. And just take a moment to tune on in to all that you have done and all that you do. Bring the hands to prayer, thumbs to the heart, and just take a moment to honor yourself. Knowing that you are worthy, that you are lovable, that you are exactly where you need to be. And that you are stronger than you realize. Ending with the affirmation, my soul is unique. And my journey is mine. My soul is unique. And my journey is mine. You can stay here for a little bit longer in meditation, taking a nice seated shavasana, or you can begin to close out and begin the rest of your day. I thank you for practicing with me, and I hope that this sequence brought you confidence in yourself and trust within your journey. May you always remember to love, thrive, and most importantly, practice. Om Shanti Shanti, peace. Have an amazing rest of your day.